Hey everyone, thanks for being here tonight. Super informal stream. Not that any of my streams are that informal, but tonight you get me in my sweats and with no makeup. So hopefully nobody goes running. I should have put earrings on, shouldn't I have? But anyway, like, you know how we've talked in the past about maybe it'd be fun to read Art of War together, but Mr. Okel had a cool idea. He's like, well, why don't we read Book of Enoch together? Which I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea because I've been meaning to read it. So why not? This is like a motivating way for me to actually get to reading it if we read it all together. So it'll be super quick stream tonight. Doug says, hey, Ash, can't stay long tonight. We'll watch it all later tonight. Well, thank you then for catching it on the replay. But hey, maybe this will be short enough for you to catch tonight. Hey, Tomas. Hey, Ada. Hey, Mr. Okel. Sorry. The chat jumps around and I lose it. Yeah, see, just talking about you. Your ears burning? What a name, Enoch. Yeah, I am with you. That is quite a name. And it's not a name you really hear people running around with today. Mango Junkie. Oi, oi. Yeah, it was actually, it was Mr. Okel's idea. So yeah, thank you, Mr. Okel, for that idea. Beam D, not SOG. I don't know what not SOG means. But I guess I'll think it's a good thing. I'm guessing it's a good thing because you're a nice guy. So replay gang in the building. Got to get some sleep. All right. Well, thank you so much for catching it in the replay. Thank you to those of you who catch it live. Thank you to all of you guys who are catching it in the replay. I love you all either way, no more, no less. And if you want to give me a like, a sub, a comment, I would be happy to get those. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for being in here tonight. Again, your name always throws me. I'll just call you your real name, Robert. Thank you for being here tonight, Robert. Okay, it's a typo. All right, gotcha. I was like, what is going on? What does that mean? So yeah, so in Enoch, there's there's book 1 and book 2 and book 3. I am just going to focus on book 1 because there's issues about like the origins of 2 and 3, but 1 is looks to be the actual historical text that was used or looked at as history. Again, some people want to argue, well, was it scriptures and was it removed? We do know for sure that the Ethiopian Orthodox uses it as scripture. But to everyone else in the world, we look at it like a history book. And in the New Testament, in Jesus's time, the Jewish people, they viewed Enoch as a history book. So it's really cool to see to see what their perspective was during that time. And I believe it was also even referenced in the book of Jude. So I think it'll be a cool exploration for us. Some of these chapters are super short. Chapter 1 is kind of short, but since it's the first one, we'll just take it as it is. Next stream, we'll do a bunch of chapters together. So this will just be like super quick. Yeah, and I guess I won't completely plan them out. I will just kind of randomly announce it like I did. So thank you to you all who caught it and decided to come in here. So I guess without further ado, I will pull up a quick introduction about it that I wanted to read through. Let's see. Where did I put the intro? Here it goes. Sorry, I'm not too good with Mac. I've always been a Windows girl, so I still don't know how to do things, and I've had this a year. I feel like one of those old people that, like, I don't know, have no idea what they're doing. So this comes from, Michael Heiser, who wrote that book, that I always keep next to me when I stream, just in case, who wrote that book, The Unseen Realm. He actually has a Book of Enoch commentary, like a companion that goes along with it. I don't have it, but I think I'll probably pick it up and then use it as we go through our read through. And because it seems to have some really good info. So I actually pulled this little intro to this from his book sample. I picked up the Kindle book sample, but I think I'll definitely be picking up his book. And you know what? I will link to that in the subscription, and it'll be an affiliate link. So if you click it and then you buy that commentary, then it gives me a little commission. Or if you click it and you buy anything else, cat litter, whatever, I'll still get a commission. And also, this is taken from a specific edition. So if you all want to stick with the same edition, you can get it for really cheap, since I think it's in the public domain now, or you can get this edition, which I will give you when I start reading it, because I can't remember the name of the edition. I think it's R.H. Charles. I'll put it in the description. You can also get it for free online. So Michael Heiser wrote this introduction. So he says the chapters 1 through 6 of the book of Enoch is the book of watchers. And forgive me, I'm blanking on what the watchers are, but I'm pretty sure watchers are the fallen angels, the angels that rebel. They rebelled and fell from heaven. So he says the portion of 1 Enoch is classified in the Second Temple genre of rewritten Bible, in that it expands upon Genesis 6, chapter 6, verses 1 through 5. Remember when we talk about the Genesis 6 paradigm and the flood story. So this section deals with the primeval rebellion of members of God's heavenly host, their role in the proliferation of depravity on earth, and the expectation of their eschatological judgment. Enoch is commissioned as a prophet for this purpose and foresees the immediate and prospective judgment of the watchers when he is brought into the heavenly realms for that commissioning. Okay, so this is like, I guess, the first chunk of the book of Enoch, chapters 1 through 36. So, and without further ado, I guess I'll jump into chapter 1, but let's see what's going on in the chat. Hey, Hexographer, I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back. 369, yeah, I haven't seen you for a while either. I've seen you on Twitter, but I haven't seen you in here. So thank you guys for coming back. Mr. Okel, also once again, great stream Saturday. I went from sleepy to up and tuned in. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, that was like, it was so cool for John to come on, and had a really amazing time chatting with him. And I've heard a lot of great feedback. So I'm glad you guys all really liked him on there. And I hope, if he's game, I said, you're always welcome back, whatever you want to talk about. Because I'm sure I could pick his brain with a lot of topics. So I already got some in mind. So hey, Hex Force One, I saw your comment about the sound. I am so sorry. Yeah, we weren't able to do anything about that background noise, and we were already getting started. But thank you for attempting. I do appreciate you attempting that, to listen to that video and for popping into this. So let me pull that up. So this is, yes, the R.H. Charles translation of the Book of Enoch. I believe it's like 1917, somewhere around that time period. So it's in the public domain. You could look it up and find it and follow it along with it. So chapter 1, the words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. And he took up his parable and said, Enoch, a righteous man whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angel showed me, and from them I heard everything. And from them I understood as I saw, but not for this generation, but for a remote one, which is for to come. Concerning the elect, I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. And the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame. And the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be a judgment upon all men. But with the righteous he will make peace, and he will protect the elect, and mercy shall be upon them, and they shall all belong to God, and they shall be prospered, and they shall all be blessed, and he will help them all. And light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000s of his holy ones, to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness, which they have ungodly committed, and of all the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So that is the first chapter in the book of Enoch. And I will just leave it there tonight, and then we'll hop into more chapters at once, in some future streams. So beautifully written. Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't expect that. I'm like, wow, it is written very beautifully and very poetically. Indeed, it has been a while. Yeah, life has forced your attention out of Hexaco for a while. Feels good to be getting back to some normalcy here. Well, we're happy to have you back. I hope everything going on in your life is all right, and I hope your time back in Hexaco is good. Yes, Saturday nights are a little busy for me, but if this Monday night becomes a regular thing, I'm in. Well, thank you. I am happy to hear that. Yeah, this is kind of out of the blue. I happen to have some free time and then I got to hop into something else, but I'm like, okay, why not read this together? So, yeah, so it'll probably just be random and I'll just like maybe announce it like, I don't know, 15 minutes before, 10 minutes before. I could see why it's taken a scripture. It's interesting because when I was reading through it, I'm like, it does have that yeah, it does have that style to it. And again, it's interesting that the Ethiopian church does consider it to be scripture. And it should be interesting as we, study it together, as we read through it together, and also hopefully with the help of Michael Heiser's book, maybe we'll start to see why it's not, and why it's more of a historical text. Like, I don't know, is it just the intro that sounds very nice and poetic, and then we get into like more history type things? So I'm not entirely sure, but I do find it, fascinating that sorry, I'm losing my train of thought as I'm speaking, that it was referenced in the book of Jude. So I'm like, you know what? This was their culture. These were their history books. This is what they knew at the time. So it does have some sort of significance, and it must have accuracy, if it's being quoted like that, or at least somewhat, somewhat accurate. Very nice. This is better than an audiobook. Oh, cool. I'm glad. Because I guess it might not sound as perfect as an audiobook. I don't have my mic set up. I didn't do all those, voice exercises that the narration people do. But it's nice to not just be reading it, to actually get to, talk to each other while we're reading it. It's just like, being in a book club, right? Everybody just reads and talks to each other. But thank you, because I was worried. I'm like, people aren't going to want to hear me read something. But like, I'm like, if I do it short like this, it's a good motivator for me to read the book of Enoch. And hey, you guys are into it, then we'll just, then cool. We get to move through this 10-minute videos at a time or something like that. I guess we're at 12 minutes now. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to order Michael Heiser's book. Yeah, so hopefully I will have that here for the next reading, and we'll pull up any interesting info that might, go along with it. And he's working off of the same edition. So that's why I wanted to read this edition. So, all right, guys. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for popping in for this random short stream, and it was fun being here with you all. And yeah, and again, I'm sorry I didn't come all presentable, but my my thing is, I'm like, if I got to take the 10 minutes to get ready, I'm not even gonna do it. So just because that's just me. That's my ADHD brain. Yeah, this is great. Thanks, Ash. Oh, thank you guys. Insidious Tomas. Oh, well, thank you for that, Smiley. Let's do 2 chapters next time. No, I think next time I'll do 2 or 3 or 4, because some of them are shorter. So like there's a bunch of short chapters. So I'll just read those all in one chunk. Just since it was today, like the intro, I figured chapter 1 would be good. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody else's comments. Oh, hi, Ada. I'm sorry if I got you buried in there, because I started getting distracted as I was speaking, and the usual. Yeah, so definitely. So next time, yeah, I'll do more too. I won't skip ahead, only waiting for these. Oh, cool. Yeah, so we'll just read it together, and I won't skip ahead either. The only thing I'll do is probably just read it just once through right before I do this. That's what I did. I read it through once through. So this is my live reaction pretty much. All right. Yeah. Cool. I'm glad to see you guys are into it. Natural is good. Awesome. Okay. Thank you. I thought you meant natural, that we're all reading it together casually. You have a good night. Thank you for being here, Crypto Frontier. You'll have a nice one. So start a Bash's book club. Yeah. Like, I like books. I do. I guess I'm always mentioning books. So why not be able to discuss it here together? So cool. And no, I definitely still want to do the Art of War, by the way. So, alrighty, I am off to go study. You got to go study something. So you all have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you sooner than later. All righty. Bye.